Okay, so every group member has their own like character. How would you characterize each one of you in the sense of every group has a businessman, every group has a bad boy, every group has a practical joker? Who is Cisco to the group?
Well, Nope was all of those that you just said.
You were all of those. Yo, you too much. You too much.
A little extra.
A little extra.
I'm kind of quiet. Well, then again, Jazz, silent but deadly.
So Jazz was the enforcer.
Well, I don't know, because you don't, like, you gotta really get under Jazz's skin in order for him to, like, say something.
Other than that, he's just like, you know, Jazz has always been the person, like, you know, he's like the head of the Senate. When it comes down to the tiebreaker,
right?
Jazz is going to come in and
right.
He's the diplomat.
Yeah, you know, like,
he's the diplomat. You Mr. Everything,
yeah,
Mr. Multiple everything.
Yeah.
You got to give me something, Cisco, besides quiet.
No, I'm not. I said Jazz was quiet, but I'm, I don't know.
Energy.
The energy, I'll be that. I'll be that. The caffeine.
You the energy. You the energy. Okay, so anytime you have a group, anytime it's more than one artist coming together to do something, you're going to have some friction because artists are passionate, artists have their egos and all of that stuff. You guys have a history with 92Q. Well, I wasn't going to say it like that. I was going to say when Woody came out and introduced the fact that he was no longer going to be in the group on the air at a 92Q.
He quit.
What the hell
group.
happened? What happened?
He quit the group. He was following Nope. Didn't he say he quit the group when he first got in? So he's following you. That's why they ended up fighting.
and y'all fought in the 92Q studio.
He had been drinking that morning. Y'all didn't know. I'm dead serious.
No. It was like, we were like, man, I was home, we was up all night. Like, no, honestly, like, I had a bottle of like 21-year-old scotch.
Oh, damn.
And I was enjoying it with my cigars all night long. And then we had to come and do radio. I mean, look, anybody that knows me knows that, like, I'm the same dude from Utah Gardens on North Avenue.
Okay.
I just got refined a little bit. I learned some stuff. I learned what not to do, but in a split second, I'm a loser.
Okay.
So that's just what
That's
it
the
was.
hood. Okay.
And then, you know, you get past that point, but it's never a point where I'm not going to express how I feel in a moment. I'm going to leave it there.
Right.
But you're going to get it 100%. And then it's like, if you're not listening, as, you know, Cisco said, like, if you get me started, like, I'm not going to stop until you get it.
So was it less of him deciding to leave the group and more of him just like popping that on you guys at the interview?
Look, it was, like, if it's going to come down to it, honestly, what it was a mix of things. We had already been through that. And not to go into detail, but it was an agreement that was made that caused everything that happened that he broke, and it affected a lot of things outside of. It affected like me with my family and like a lot of other things. So it was some
money stuff.
No, it wasn't money. It was just like it was a
verbal.
If somebody says to you, okay, well, the only way we're going to do this is if you do this, and you agree to do it.
And then you don't.
And then you don't do it, and it's like you're affecting more than what's just happening here.
You're affecting my
life. I can't understand past that point. Like, it's cool now. I mean, it was cool, you know, after that, right there. But like I said, I'm always going to be me, and I'm always going to express how I feel. And, you know, I'm the person that, you know, people like, oh man, I don't want him saying nothing because he is going to make me upset.
And for the record, I've asked Woody to come back to the group like a jillion times. He just don't want to do it. He likes.
Do you think it's more of a spiritual transformation thing for him?
I can't speak for him. He's not here right now, and I'm not really sure for what reason. But I do know that he has expressed to all of us that he's happy with the way his life is now. Okay. And so that's.
I mean, I done ran into him. You know, I see him. You know, it's not.
So you guys are cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta respect the decisions of people at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. You might not always understand.
You know, the best thing that you can ever do for a person is just let them be who they are.
Right. Okay, now let's get to the timeline of the other members of the group. Who was next to come to the group? Was it Teo or Scola?
Scola was first.
Yeah, Scola was first.
But Scola came with Woody.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's why when Woody left, you know what I mean? Like they kind of, it was like a package deal, if you will. But we still cool. So I spoke to Scola like that.
So I mean, Scola, you know, he's been out, you know, since that time.
Yeah.
Do a couple shows with us and you know stuff like that.
As a matter of fact, last year,
Yeah.
he came out on the stage
Yeah.
when you guys
So we-
did a concert.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, we're here. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, like if you know us, we are who we are, and that's why we just stay to ourselves and mind our business because you don't always need to know what's the inner workings and how you know we're able to push through what we do. But you know, it's like we done all been in the room with each other, fighting each other for real. You know, if
That's
it
the way
come-
that, I mean,
if
that's
it
how
come down to
brotherhood
it.
is. That's how
So-
working together is.
That's
We
how
have people
Baltimore
here
is.
at the video station. Right. That's the way Baltimore is. So, nah, I mean, it's
Some of my
it's
best
real
friends I
people.
got in a fight with.
Of
You know what I
course,
mean?
of
I'm still
course.
cool with Kyle from Jagged Edge. We spoke right after we had our little tussle.
You know what? I think guys can do that. Like, guys will, like, fuss and fight and be cool, like, afterwards, like, dap each other up and go
I
get
think it's
something
a
to drink.
Baltimore thing, man.
I don't know, because
kinda-
women,
Y'all just,
I'll fight you, I'm hating you for life.
y'all just
Don't
looking
even
at each
talk to
other
me,
every
don't
time
look
you
at
come
me.
around, like, go, hey, yo,
Forgive thy neighbor lest I not forgive you. That's in the Bible.
This is true. This is true. Okay, so Teo came to the group because you guys actually had a contest, right?
Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
won that.
we had a
hands
contest
down.
with the radio station, and we just decided that would be the easiest way to do it. To you know, just like
Give
really
everybody
give
a
it
Right.
chance in the area that wanted to be a part of the group. So he just kind of bodied the whole city, like you know.
Put his hood
Yeah.
on.
And we already, and for the record, we already knew Teo.
Okay.
Like we actually wanted him in the group before Scola, but he was under contract at the time, so he wasn't able to be with us then. So when the opportunity arose, it was just kind of like, well, it wouldn't be fair to all our other friends that we know in the city that can sing to not give them a chance to be a part of the group. So he, you know, basically put his his hood on like B Rabbit from from 8 Mile, because he slang was like, you know, he had his hood on and everything. And then after he sang, it was kind of unanimous from the crowd. Then my dad was there, and he was like, if y'all don't put him in the group, y'all stupid. I was like, dang, that's stupid. All right.
Okay, so then there was a moment or point where you went solo as a solo artist. Like, was that always part of your plan?
No.
Or did that happen
I
once
never-
Woody kind of decided to go
Absolutely.
his separate way and then everybody
I never
would do
wanted
their
to be-
individual projects?
Yeah, I never wanted to be a solo artist. I actually did my solo project from out of necessity. In my personal opinion, like we were going out and our fans were kind of confused with what the group was when Woody left, because
Right.
they knew us to be such a tight-knit unit. And then we were fortunate enough to have the Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
Yes.
And you know, he said my name in the song, and he was like Cisco. So while we was trying to figure out what we were going to do as a group, I spoke the note first, and I was like, yo, I think as a good business decision, maybe while we figuring out what we're going to do as a group, maybe right now I should do this solo
I
thing.
mean, look, this what happened. We was at the MTV Awards, movie awards, and Cisco came over to me and he said, "Hey man, look, MTV just offered me a show. They don't even know what the name of it going to be, but
And
they
you
want
still
to give me
doing
a
shows,
show."
right? You
So
still doing reality
you know,
shows?
it was like
Ish.
you gotta be intelligent, and any decision other than letting what was already naturally growing just from us a group to having you just like be a hater for real. So it was like, all right, cool, well, you gonna do this, and like we all had deals at the time, and you know, production companies, and
Right.
you know, we're working. So you know, we just carried the energy from the group over to you know going in and working on Cisco's album, and I went in and you know produced a couple records, and
Right.
I actually went in the studio.
My
and
best
mastered the
ballad
album.
on that album.
Like I went to the studio, like, look, y'all don't know what this is. Let me master this so it sound right, and you know,
I love
whatever
that.
else. So
I love
you
that.
know, it's like you. It's easy to look at a situation when you don't believe in yourself and believe it's going to hurt you, or you just look at it as, okay, well, this is a time for me to go learn something else. So, like, while he was doing this album, I became a record executive and
Right.
producer and writer and jazz. Was
Yeah, you did you do Trey Songs first?
Yeah, I did. And Trey Day for Trey Songs, the second album I co-wrote the last time, and just became like a mentor to a lot of artists who were just like me. You come into this business, I'm refined and all your emotions and you going off on people and doing whatever. And you gotta learn, like, all right, it's a time and place for that. Just let people have the fear of what you might do.
I'm not mad at that. If you're just tuning in, we are rapping with Baltimore's own Dru Hill. Get their Christmas album right now. It's called Christmas in Baltimore, and it's available everywhere digitally. Get it, and look out for their second coming of Dru, right?
Dru Hill, the second coming.
Dru Hill, the second coming. There we got it. Dru Hill, the second
That's
coming.
the name of the album. from Empire Records.
He back that videotape. I don't know if
Okay, now Nokio, earlier you said something about people like not needing to know like what's going on behind the scenes, but like your fans really like to know that stuff. And New Edition's movie ended up like really good. So if Dru Hill was offered a movie, hello
Don't
BET,
you mean win?
TV One, Win, whatever, would you guys be down for it?
Yeah, absolutely. The only hard part is figuring out who's gonna play us. Of course. Right? Marion can play me, right?
He can play you. All right. Also, I always like to hear who other artists are like bumping. So who is currently in rotation in your phone, in your iPod, whatever, in your car?
I like our new Christmas album.
He like later for everybody else.
No, Cardi B record is kind of banging right
It
now.
is.
Right?
I love Cardi.
Yeah, I like that. That's the only one I heard recently outside of Oz, because I don't know all the words, and we got to perform this record tomorrow. So I've been
Where?
I'm about to shoot the video.
Right, we shooting a video.
Okay.
And I don't know all the words.
Now, I'm listening. Like,
Who are you listening to right now?
Sci-Hi the Prince.
Okay. Yep. He got skills.
This is like, oh man, who else was over here? Sci-Hi the Prince, and it's another. I don't know. I mean, like, for real, honestly, I mean, I listen to more hip hop than I do R&B or like anything else. So I mean, I could go in my phone right now and try to figure out what it is. But I mean, I think that like when I became an A&R, I had to learn the difference between a hit record and a great record, but I also had to learn to know that you don't actually have to like a record, but you have to give it the respect of what it is. So, I mean, like, I listen to, like, I got my little secret track playlist that I can play when my kid's not around, because too many cuss words.
Right.
Whatever else. But, I just, I go with the feeling. Like, I don't even have to know the artist. Like, people send me records that, DJs and stuff like that, stuff I never heard. If I catch the feeling, then, I'm banging.
As an A&R, would you rather have a hit record or a great record?
I would. Well, as an A&R, I need a hit record to keep my job.
Right.
But I need a great record to be able to
Work forever.
All right.
And we've been fortunate enough to have that kind of double-edged sword.
A healthy balance.
With our records that were fortunately great hit records. Bam! See what I did there?
What about you, Jazz? Who are you listening to besides Dru Hill?
Kids.
Got the Christmas album. Of course, all the kids stuff for sure. And all my classic R&B stuff. A lot of gospel stuff too.
Amen.
Okay.
Gospel more banging than R&B right now.
Right now it is. It is.
Walls, Bruce,
PJ
Jonathan,
Moore ain't no
Reynolds,
joke.
Right?
A lot of new hot stuff is out. Yeah.
Yep.
What was
Okay.
that record? What's that new gospel record that sound like a trap record? You know what I'm talking about?
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Ty Tripp.
That joint ill.
Okay, so
Ill in the spirit.
as a person, I don't believe in regrets. but I do believe in hindsight. So if you knew then what you know now, what is something that you would have done differently in your career? And I want to hear from each one of you.
Nothing for me.
Nothing? Okay.
Mainly because I learned from a lot of the stuff that got me on the blacklist. But the stuff that actually did, the stuff that got me on the blacklist was me actually taking up for my people and not quote unquote playing the game. Hiring my guy instead of the guy they said to hire. Like, you know, my first single, my cousin was rapping on it instead of the rapper that they wanted to put on there so that we could eat. So, I mean, I remember actually having a conversation with a record exec that was asking me to do something crazy, and I was like, nah, I just take the long way. So
I ain't mad at you.
No regrets.
Integrity. Integrity. I like that. What about you?
I would slap more people.
You would slap more people? You play too much, Noki. What about you, Chaz?
Oh shit. I probably would have went ahead and released a solo record when I was supposed to. I think would have, put me on a better
never too late for that. Jazz.
Never too late. Never too late. All right, so the final section of this is from Dru Hill fans, because I asked people what did they want to know from you guys. Michael Marsh had a few questions, but I'm going to ask two of them. The first question is, when was the last time you had a chicken box and a cod cake?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
I don't know about a cod cake.
Yeah,
What is
I'm
that?
gonna tell you.
Like a fish
Honestly,
cake.
I'm gonna tell you. I had
Codfish. I got
a crab cake for the first time
in a while.
2 years ago.
I'm
The first
allergic
time
to shellfish.
Ever in my life.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
for real?
Are you serious? Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yes.
See, that was my problem.
I've never sat down and had a bushel of crabs and it.
Dude,
You gotta have
see,
something
that's-
like just
I
straight
got a
up
lot of
Maryland
old bay in the
crabs.
house though.
I'm allergic to shellfish because I ate too much shellfish.
Wow.
I was at every crab feast. I used to order shrimp at every time we went to the Red Lobster, and now I'm allergic.
Oh man. I
Can
hope
you
that never
believe
happens
it?
to me.
From Baltimore and can't eat shellfish. Oh man.
You better take an
Kill me
EpiPen
now.
with you. Take an EpiPen and just eat them crabs and be like, bam, shoot your leg, you done. My ex used to do that, I
You
swear.
looking like Hitch.
What about you, Jazz? When the last time?
When the last time I had what?
Chicken box.
box. We had them. Did we have them hip hop
It's
bands?
been a minute. Some years for real.
Okay. All right, let's go to a question from London, England. Abby Geller wants to know, at the time that you made the song, who was really sleeping in your bed?
Nokia.
Who was really sleeping in your bed at the time you made
I
the
just
song?
told you. It was no. I didn't find out till a couple years ago. What about that?
What about you, though?
Who was doing what?
No.
Who was sleeping
All
in my
right.
bed? No. Tell you something.
He like, I ain't talking too much. All right, and the final question comes from Jody Pumphrey, and she wants to know, do you have any performances planned for the Baltimore area anytime soon, and when?
Yesterday. Yesterday
We performed last night.
with the
The tree lighting. Yeah,
the tree lighting.
that was nice.
But if you do want to, if you do want to find out where we are performing, just download our free Dru Hill app. Just go to the App Store or Google, whatever that app store is, and just download our free Dru Hill app. Just type in Dru Hill, DRUHILL, and it's our app. Has all our dates, all our social media stuff, everything.
Good stuff. Can you give us your social media handle so we can all follow you?
Instagram and Twitter is at Dru Hill for real, and that's with the number 4. And Facebook is Dru Hill Official, and we have our website DruHillMusic.com. And between that, you can find all of us.
All right, well, we love you guys.
No DMs from dudes.
We love you guys so much. We wish you so much success. And you always have a platform on the April Watch Show on Magic 95.9, and we'll be supporting you.
All right, thank you.